Unguided rockets complemented the cannons and machine guns that were refined in the interwar and early war periods. Fighters, such as this P-38 Lightning, often carried 4 more .50 caliber machine guns. The machine gun offered a good compromise between rate of fire, weight, the amount of ammunition that could be carried, and muzzle velocity, which is the speed at which the rounds leave the barrel. With a well-placed burst, 4 machine guns of .50 caliber could take down an enemy fighter or cripple and set fire to the engine of an enemy bomber. Some fighters carried a mix of machine guns and 20mm or larger cannons, and towards the end of the war, many carried only cannons. The fighter variant of the de Havilland Mosquito was equipped with 4 Browning machine guns in the nose and 2 20mm Hispano cannons in the underside of the nose. The cannon rounds could be rigged to explode on impact and were much heavier than a machine gun round. Therefore, it was more likely to cause fatal damage. But cannons can have much lower rates of fire, and fewer rounds could be carried because of the size of the shell. Fighter pilots may have preferred the faster rate of fire in air-to-air combat offered by machine guns, but cannons offered other advantages. The cannon round's penetration capabilities against armored targets is superior. They were more effective in application against large and unmaneuverable targets, such as ships. For self-defense, the vast majority of medium and heavy bombers in World War II carried turrets with the same 30 or 50 caliber machine guns as were used by fighters. These turrets were usually manned by air gunners, but the Boeing B-29 Superfortress introduced 6 remote-controlled turrets, each with 2 50 caliber Browning M2 machine guns. The gunners of the Superfortresses aimed their guns through observation windows and sights that were hydraulically activated. There have been few technological advances in cannons and Gatling guns since they were invented. However, modern aircraft guns are more accurate than their predecessors and fire much faster. The 6-barrel Vulcan cannon can fire 20mm rounds at a rate of 100 rounds per second. The most devastating gun ever carried by an aircraft is the 7-barrel 30mm GAU-8A carried by the Fairchild A-10 Warthog. It can fire depleted uranium rounds that have a great mass and can penetrate any armor on the battlefield. The normal ammunition load includes a mix of armor-piercing and high-explosive rounds, and they can be fired at a rate of up to 4,200 rounds per minute. In the 1991 Gulf War, the Iraqis discovered this to their great cost. Iraqi soldiers called the A-10 the Whispering Death because of its deadly silence when flying at medium altitude and its swift and decisive attacks.